normalcy returning in northeastern states as protest against the citizenship amendment legislation subside. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal calls to thwart elements misleading people on the Citizenship Amendment Act. In Jharkhand, 15 constituencies spread over 4 districts of Dhanbad, Deoghar, Giridih and Bokaro to go for 4th phase assembly polls tomorrow. Campaigning also gears up for 5th and last phase of Jharkhand elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address election rally in Dumka today. FASTag or prepaid rechargeable tags for toll collection mandatory for all vehicles in FASTag lanes from today. Hybrid toll collection lane allowed in some cases where payment by both cash and FASTag allowed for the next 30 days. In international news, Martyred Intellectuals Day observed in Bangladesh on Saturday. The day commemorates the intellectuals killed by Pakistan Army and their local collaborators a few days before Bangladesh got liberated in 1971. And in sports, India and West Indies to lock horns in the ODI series opener in Chennai today. Men in Blue will be gunning for their 10th consecutive bilateral series win against the Caribbean side. Welcome to this bulletin. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. Normalcy is returning in Assam after protests that had erupted in the wake of passage of Citizenship Amendment Bill in Parliament subsided. No untoward incident has been reported during the last 2 days. Curfew is being relaxed in Guwahati from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. A large number of people thronged markets in Guwahati to buy goods and vehicles were on the road during the relaxation of curfew. However, mobile internet services remain shut down till 9 a.m. on Monday. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal has assured people of the state that the government is committed to protect all genuine Indian citizens and rights of people of Assam. In a Twitter video message posted today, Chief Minister has called upon all sections of society to thwart elements that are misleading people on the Citizenship Amendment Act and are indulging in violence. Assam Minister Chandra Mohan Patauri on Saturday said that a delegation under leadership of Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal will go to Delhi to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah on the situation in Assam.
हमारा एक प्रतिनिधि दल अंडर लीडरशिप ऑफ ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर श्री सर्बानंद सोनोवाल तो ये लोग दिल्ली जाएगा ये प्रतिनिधि दल और दिल्ली जाके प्रधानमंत्री और अमित शाह जी से बात करेंगे.
In Meghalaya, curfew has been relaxed for 13 hours from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. today in areas falling under Lumdianagri and Sardar police stations of East Khasi Hills district. The district magistrate said relaxation has been given in view of prevailing law and order situation. Curfew will again be imposed in these areas at 7 p.m. until further orders. Let's now look at news from poll-bound Jharkhand. Fifteen constituencies spread over 4 districts of Dhanbad, Deoghar, Giridih and Bokaro will go to polls in the 4th phase tomorrow. A total of 221 candidates, including 23 women nominees, are in the fray in these elections. The highest number of 25 candidates will lock horns in the Bokaro seat, while the least number of 8 nominees will contest the Nisa constituency. The voting will commence at 7 a.m. and conclude at 3 p.m. at Jamua, Bagodhar, Giridih, Dumri and Tundi seats, while polling will continue till 5 p.m. in the remaining constituencies. Meanwhile, campaigning has also geared up for the 5th and final phase of Jharkhand elections. The 5th and final phase of polling for 16 seats will be held on December 20th. Leaders across parties are leaving no stone unturned to woo the voters. Prime Minister Modi will address a poll rally in Dumka today. JMM leader Shibu Soren will also hold series of rallies for the fifth phase polls today. Some other news now. Fast tags or prepaid rechargeable tags for toll collection that allow automatic payment has become mandatory for vehicles in fast tag lanes from today. The facility has become effective from 8 a.m. this morning. To avert inconvenience to citizens, government has announced to convert up to 25% of fast tag lanes at National Highway toll plazas to hybrid lanes for a month. The hybrid lane will accept fast tag and other modes of payment as well. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways clarified it is a temporary measure to be adopted for 30 days only to facilitate smooth flow of traffic so that no inconvenience is caused to citizens. The government had earlier extended the date to December 15th for making fast tag mandatory for toll payments on national highways. The government launched the National Electronic Toll Collection System, which provides for collection of user fee through fast tag to save fuel and time, curb pollution and ensure seamless movement of traffic. With the help of a fast tag, drivers will not have to stop their vehicles at toll plazas to pay the tax. All lanes except one on each side in fee plazas will be declared fast tag lanes. A fast tag uses radio frequency identification technology to enable direct toll payments from a moving vehicle. If anyone goes into an electronic toll collection lane without a fast tag, he or she has to pay double the charges. Let's now understand what is fast tag and how it works. Okay, so reloadable tag which enables automatic deduction of toll charges. This is what fast tag is about, and fast tag is mandatory in fast tag lanes from today. It's linked to the prepaid account. Tag employs radio frequency identification technology. In order to work, it enables non-stop movement of vehicles through toll plazas. Drivers don't have to stop. It is done automatically, affixed on the vehicle's windscreen after the tag account is active. The tag has validity of 5 years, can be recharged, top-up facilities are available. Up to 25% hybrid toll lanes can be operated. Hybrid lane allow payment by both cash and fast tag. Hybrid lanes will be operated for the next 30 days. There's a provision that has been given. And where can you buy fast tag? Bank branches of SBI, ICICI, HDFC Bank are places where you can buy fast tag. Besides, 22 other certified banks are also eligible to issue fast tags to those who need them. Digital platforms like Paytm, Airtel Payments Bank, Amazon India are also places from where you can buy it. Indian Oil, Hindustan Petroleum, Bharat Petroleum, petrol pumps are also where fast tags are available. NHAI's fast tag app can also be used to make a purchase. What documents are required to get fast tag? Copy of the registration certificate of the vehicle is the important first document that is required. Also, passport size photograph of the vehicle owner is required to buy fast tag. KYC documents as per the category of the vehicle would be necessary, and KYC documents, identification documents, could be anything: PAN card, driving license and similar documents of identification. Fast tag will be issued following the verification of original documents. Remember, that is an important part, not copies but original documents. How can you recharge fast tag once you've exhausted the initial limit? Payment can be done through check or credit, debit card and also net banking. Minimum recharge amount for a fast tag is ₹100. The maximum goes up to ₹1 lakh. Fast tag can also be linked to savings bank accounts, so there can be an automatic deduction that can happen when your balance goes down. Sufficient balance in the account, of course, would be necessary for this process to take place. SMS alerts on registered mobile numbers for transactions done. This facility is also available, so you can keep track of the transactions. SMS alert will be sent on low balance, and the balance goes lower the fast tag wallet, and indication will be given to your number. One-time fee of ₹200 will be required to get a fast tag. There is also a security deposit to be paid, but that security fee is refundable. And my colleague Arun Sharma is joining us from the newsroom with more updates on implementation of fast tags. Arun, it's quite a milestone for transport and logistics in the country with fast tags becoming mandatory. Tell us a little about, now that it's people have to adapt to this new system, this concession of hybrid lanes that has been given. Help us understand how will that work. So will the fast tag lanes and the lanes that accept cash will operate simultaneously?
That's right, Shubhendu. Now, first of all, one thing is clear that FASTags are mandatory from today, that is 15th of December, right from 8 a.m. in the morning, and they are now mandatory in the FASTag lanes. Now, apparently what has happened, now there are cases that there are certain vehicle owners who could not get the FASTag. So what government has done as of now, they have given a communication to the National Highway Authority of India, and they have said that if in case there is some traffic congestion, or there is a lanes which are getting heavy traffic on the toll plaza, just because the people are not having FASTags, in that condition the toll operators will be having a right or a power to operate maximum of 25% of hybrid lanes. That means, just for an example, if in case in any toll plaza, if there are 10 toll lanes whereby you pay primarily there are FASTag lanes, in these 10 lanes you can maximum operate 2.5 lanes, or primarily 2 lanes because of the 25% capping. So a maximum 2 lanes can be operated, which can be hybrid in nature. Now hybrid means in these lanes FASTag will be accepted. That means you can pay your toll via the FASTag. But if in case your car or your vehicle is not having a FASTag, in that condition you can also pay via cash. Now this is in certain conditions, certain big toll operators they can go ahead with this kind of mechanism. However, the ministry is clearly saying that right from today the FASTags are mandatory at all the toll plazas in the FASTag lanes. That's the number one thing. Second important part, there is also an application on your mobile Play Store, that is My FASTag. Now in this My FASTag application, mobile application, you can get all the information. Now whatever we have shown to our viewers as of now, and as you rightly explained, that from where you can get the FASTag, how can you recharge your FASTag, where is the point of sale of the FASTag. So all that information is also available in these Play Stores. But yes, the big point over is that the FASTag is mandatory from today, but there is certain kind of relaxations given to the toll operators. They can provide to the vehicle owners who are passing from the toll plazas, if in case they want to operate some hybrid lanes, that means FASTag plus cash, they can operate looking at the situation and the conditions over there. Shubhendu?
Arun, one aspect of FASTags, if you could simplify for us. We know there are online methods of paying for FASTags. Perhaps you can also download it. But you would have to take out a printout, because this FASTag has to be pasted on the windscreen of the vehicle. If you could just clarify that part.
That's right. So when you go for purchasing a FASTag, you have to give 3 kind of documents. Number 1, you have to give the copy of your RC. That means RC vehicle should be given. Second important part is that you have to give the documents of the car. Right. And third is the photographs. That means you have to give it to the mobile to the person who is issuing the FASTag. Now primarily, if in case you're going for any kind of FASTags, a FASTag will be issued to you, and that you have to apply or paste it on your windshield. Okay. So the moment your car or any kind of your vehicle is passing through that FASTag lane, that will the deduction will automatically take place, because the way we recharge our Paytm wallet, the way we recharge our Amazon wallet, that means FASTag is nothing but like your mobile wallet, in which cash is there in a digital format. Okay. And of course you can deduct the money will get deducted the moment your car passes through this FASTag lane. Now India is not only the country, because India has also joined the club of country like Singapore, Korea, Japan, whereby this FASTag mechanism already exists. So right. This is a kind of FASTag movement whereby the ease of traffic will be there.
I was just coming to that.
FASTag is there. Yeah.
Right, Arun, and we're talking about the technical aspects of FASTags, but often these toll plazas, traditionally we associate them with long traffic jams, especially during peak hours. Now, with the facility where the driver does not have to stop, there is no exchange of cash in an ideal situation, how transformative will it be for our roads, our highways in particular?
Shubhendu, if you look at the current mechanism, well, till today, if any kind of vehicle is paying a toll tax and passing through toll plaza, on an average, it takes 4 minutes to 5 minutes for this entire procedure. This used to happen till now.
For one vehicle?
For one vehicle. That means for any one vehicle, I mean, it takes approximately 4 to 5 minutes on an average to pay a toll tax. But now this duration will come to around 30 seconds. I mean, it will be less than 1 minute. It can be up to 30 seconds to 40 seconds to pay a toll tax via FASTag. So look at this way, every vehicle is saving close to 5 minutes primarily as far as paying of paying of toll tax is concerned. Now as of now, I mean, look at this way, there are close to 70,000 if in case the toll plazas and if in case the vehicles are passing. I mean, on an average, the study says all over India will be in a position to save 3 lakh hours on a daily basis after the implementation of this FASTag. So this is not going to only save time, but of course also the fuel efficiency will also increase. The carbon emission that will also be controlled if in case the FASTags are implemented. So that's a big initiative with which the government is going forward as far as the FASTags are concerned. Shubhendu.
And again, I don't know if you can return to the idea of hybrid lanes that will operate for the next 30 days, the news that we just shared with our viewers. Just give us a little more information about how many lanes possibly will be available as hybrid lanes, and these are lanes where perhaps payment modes other than FASTags will also be accepted.
Okay, so when any vehicle owner, if he's going from a toll plaza, first of all he will have to check that whether he is entering the FASTag lane or the cash or hybrid lane. I mean, whenever you are passing through a toll plaza, it would be written in a very big capital letters over there on the toll plaza that this particular lane is a FASTag lane, or this particular lane is a hybrid lane, or this particular lane is a cash only lane. So as of now, I mean, this is, as we know that the FASTags are mandatory from today. So primarily all the lanes will be FASTag. But yes, there will be certain toll operators which will be operating hybrid lanes as well. That means which will be accepting FASTags and also the cash. So in that case, it will be written over there on the toll plaza that this is a hybrid lane and cash will also be accepted. So if in case you haven't bought your FASTags till now, as of now, you can enter the hybrid lane and you can still keep on operating. But remember one thing, that whenever you are entering the hybrid lane, that means it is accepting FASTag and cash lane, and that lanes you can expect a lot of traffic congestion over there, because you know this fact that it takes 5 minutes on an average to give cash and pass through toll plaza. So yes, you'll be experiencing a lot of traffic in that lane. On the other side, the FASTags will be very much faster in nature. So yes, if in case you haven't bought your FASTag as of now, you still have 30 more days apparently so to avoid the double penalty. But yes, if in case you enter the FASTag lane as of now, you will have to pay the double penalty as of now also, Shubhendu.
And I don't know if you were to imagine a time when all lanes are going to be FASTags and there will be no cash exchanging hands, no delay because of that. Important boost there for digital economy as well, a cashless society that we've been talking about, important step forwards towards that too.
And that's what we're looking forward, that's what the government is looking forward. How can this entire digital ecosystem can be created? Because now it's a gradual transformation from the cash society to a cashless society, and these highways operated under the National Highways Authority of India, these highways are playing an important role in becoming digital. Now also one more thing over here, that only those highways which are coming under the National Highway Authority of India, only that are collecting tax via the FASTags. If you are entering to any state highways, for example, you are going to Gujarat, or primarily if in case, for example, Maharashtra, for example, Bengal, for example, any other state, it is not mandatory for the state highways. I mean, the highways which are constructed by the state, it is not mandatory over there to implement the FASTags.
So national highways.
Only the national highway, that means the National Highway Authority of India, only those highways which are being operated under the NHAI, over there the FASTags are mandatory. But yes, the MOUs are being signed gradually going forward, and going forward we can expect that even the state highways will come on board as far as collecting tax via the FASTags. So
appreciate you joining us with all those inputs on FASTags. Thanks very much. Moving on, Ministry of Home Affairs has clarified that media reports stating that Union Home Ministry has moved a proposal to implement Article 371 in Jammu and Kashmir are incorrect and baseless. There have been some reports that the centre has proposed granting of Article 371 and in Jammu and Kashmir, but MHA has rejected such reports. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said has paid tributes to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel on his death anniversary today. In a tweet message, PM Modi said, "People remain eternally inspired by his exceptional service to the nation." Sardar Patel passed away on 15 December 1950. That's a tweet message that Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, and Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has also paid tributes to Sardar Patel. Supreme Court will hear a review filed by one of the 4 convicts in 2012 Nirbhaya gang rape and murder case on Tuesday. The review petition filed by Akshay Kumar Singh will be heard by a 3-judge bench of Chief Justice of India S.A. Bobde, R. Bhanumati and Ashok Bhushan in an open court at 2 p.m. In May 2017, a 3-judge bench had dismissed appeals filed by all the 4 convicts against the death sentence awarded to them. The joint CSIR UGC NET December 2019 examination will be held today as per schedule all over India except Assam and Meghalaya. The joint CSIR UGC National Eligibility Test or NET for candidates scheduled to appear in Assam and Meghalaya has been postponed. The National Testing Agency that conducts this test has said that revised date of examination will be announced soon for both Assam and Meghalaya. Mother Dairy has increased its milk prices by up to 3 rupees per litre in Delhi and NCR due to lower supply and rise in procurement cost. The new prices have come into force from today. Prices of both token and polypack milk have been increased in a range of 2 to 3 rupees per litre. The price of bulk vended milk or token milk has been hiked by 2 rupees to 42 rupees per litre now. It costs that now. In polypacks, full cream milk rate has also been raised by 2 rupees to 55 rupees now. Price of half litre full cream milk has been hiked to rupees 28 from 27 rupees earlier. Toned milk price has been hiked by 3 rupees. It now costs 45 rupees per litre, while double toned milk will now be sold at 39 rupees per litre as against the earlier price of 36 rupees. Price of cow milk also has been raised from 44 rupees to now it's costing 47 rupees per litre. Let's look at some international news now. The Martyred Intellectuals Day was observed in Bangladesh on Saturday to commemorate intellectuals killed by Pakistan Army and their local collaborators few days before Bangladesh got liberated in the year 1971. Hundreds of scholars, doctors, engineers, artists, teachers and other eminent personalities were massacred in Dhaka on this day in 1971. President Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina paid tributes to martyred intellectuals by placing wreaths at the Martyred Intellectuals Memorial at Mirpur in Dhaka. Various programs were also organized across Dhaka and other cities of Bangladesh to mark the solemn occasion. Indira Gandhi Culture Centre of High Commission of India also organized a music and poetry program in Dhaka to commemorate the Martyred Intellectual Day. The UN Climate Summit in Madrid risks collapsing after marathon negotiations between countries left them more divided than ever over on how to fight global warming and pay for its ravages. Diplomats from rich nations, emerging giants and world's poorest countries, each for their own reasons, found fault in the draft agreement put forward by host Chile in botched attempt to strike a common ground. Faced with 5 alarm warnings from science, deadly extreme weather made worse by climate change and weekly strikes by millions of young people across the world, negotiations in Madrid were under pressure to send a clear signal that governments were willing to double down the tackling of the crisis, but the 12-day talks, now deep into overtime, had retreated even further from this goal on Saturday. In Italy, tens and thousands of members of the youth-driven Sardine movement rallied in Rome on Saturday as part of their campaign to battle xenophobia and shake up the country's politics. The Sardines have become a symbol of protest against far-right firebrand leader Matteo Salvini, who served as Interior Minister and Deputy Prime Minister in Italy's previous coalition government and cracked down on immigration. Students, pensioners, families with children filled Rome's San Giovanni Square to protest against Salvini. The movement, only about a month old, started in Bologna, where a rally organized by 4 unknown activists to denounce Salvini's discourse of hatred and division drew a crowd of 15,000, surprising everyone. China has suspended additional tariffs on U.S. products that had been due to kick in today after Washington and Beijing announced a major thaw in their trade war on Friday. China's finance ministry has announced that it will suspend the planned addition of 10% and 5% tariff on some U.S. imports and continue to suspend additional tariffs on U.S.-made autos and spare parts. The move follows U.S. President Trump's cancellation of new tariffs on Chinese products as part of a Phase 1 trade deal. China's Commerce Ministry had said it had agreed with the US a mini deal that includes a progressive rollback of tariffs and protection of intellectual property rights. The two sides have yet to sign the agreement that represents a major breakthrough in the 21-month standoff between the world's two largest economies. Search engine giant Google has revealed that its powerful mapping service, Google Earth, now covers more than 98% of the world. Google has said it has captured 10 million miles of street view imagery, a distance that could circle the globe more than 400 times. In its official blog, Google explained how the imagery, main ingredient of the map-making process, is improved. When it comes to Google Earth, the software that lets you browse the globe with 3D representation right from the comfort of your couch, offers 6 million square miles of high-definition satellite images covering more than 98% of the entire population. Google also shared more information about how exactly these images are captured. Moving on, Tony Ann Singh of Jamaica was announced the winner of Miss World 2019 beauty pageant held at the Excel, London on December 14th. She was crowned by her predecessor, Miss World 2018 Vanessa Pons from Mexico. 23-year-old Singh is a Florida State University student and wanted to use her title to work for sustainable change, women and children. Meanwhile, Ofli Mazzino of France and Suman Rao of India were the first and the second runners-up of the beauty pageant respectively. Miss World 2019 was the 69th edition of the contest, and contestants from 120 countries competed for the title.
2019 is Jamaica.
Miss World 2019.
In sports, Men in Blue will look to begin the ODI series on a dominating note against West Indies at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai today. It will also be a chance for India to record their 10th consecutive bilateral ODI series win over the West Indies. However, India and West Indies are level in the head-to-head record with 62 wins each from about 130 matches that include 2 tied matches and 3 with no results.
68.
After the thrilling series win in Mumbai, the Indian and West Indies teams will lock horns in Chennai to kick off the ODI series. The final T20 saw the full potential of the Indian top 3 and it resulted in an absolute carnage. Indian team will miss the services of seamer Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who is out with a groin problem, and Shikhar Dhawan, who is yet to recover from the injury he suffered during the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy tournament. Mumbai's Shardul Thakur has been called up as the replacement for the injured Bhuvneshwar. Virat Kohli's men have the momentum after winning the T20 series with a splendid batting performance in Mumbai, where Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul and the captain himself displayed terrific form. It remains to be seen if the team decides to hand Mayank Agarwal a debut after he was drafted in as replacement for Dhawan. The focus will be on wicketkeeper batsman Rishabh Pant, who has been further under fire for his unimpressive performances with the bat and the big gloves. The experienced Mohammad Shami and Deepak Chahar will most probably form the pace attack and would face stern test against the aggressive West Indies batting lineup. Meanwhile, West Indies will be hoping that big-hitting opener Evan Lewis, who suffered an injury while fielding in the Mumbai T20, will be able to play a part in the ODI leg of the tour. The Windies batsmen have had a lot of success in the T20s thanks to their ultra-aggressive approach, but ODIs will be a different ball game. An intriguing battle is on hand, with the Indian team favourite to add the ODI series to the T20 win, but the unpredictable West Indies can spring a surprise or two. Sports Desk, DD News.
And that brings us to the close of this bulletin. Namaskar.